What is up, guys? My name is Horizon. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new video for 25 Days of Harry, and today we are doing the long-awaited, over a month since it has been revealed, the Q&A. The QAnon is no, the Q&A is going to be what today's video is. So yeah, I posted on YouTube Shorts. I posted on my two Discord servers, of course, the Harry Rice Discord link in the description, and the HRHSL Discord server. You guys can find that in the HRHSL history video if you guys want to join a sim league. It's very fun. But I posted in both of those. Only comments coming from Discord, surprisingly. Usually we get something from YouTube, and yeah, we just didn't this year. So we're going to exclusively roll with the Discord for this year. We'll see how long it goes. I really hope I don't have to delay a video and put this out on the 23rd. By the way, it's Christmas Eve when this is coming out. I was gonna say when I'm recording this. I fucking hope not. But it's Christmas Eve when this is going out. Yeah, you guys are gonna want to come by the Christmas Eve live stream that I should be doing, assuming there's no bad weather. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. We're gonna be live. I have no clue what time around. Maybe we'll go live around 6, depending on how long this video is. Maybe 6, 6:30, around there probably. And yeah, we'll just go live maybe half an hour to an hour and a half. I doubt we'll cross 2 hours, but we'll just come up live, play some games, maybe continue the Q&A technically. Yeah, I'll answer some fan questions. We'll talk hockey, maybe movies, music, whatever you guys want. Yeah, we'll just have a great time on stream, I think, overall. So yeah, come by to that stream tonight. Let's get into the Q&A meanwhile. Yeah, we have, I believe, 47 screenshots that I took from Discord. Now, what I would normally be doing is scrolling on my phone and looking, like screen recording, looking on my phone, whatever. However, because my phone is currently charging, and I've already taken the screenshots, we're gonna roll with the screenshots, of course. So yeah, we're gonna go in order from the Harry Rice Hockey, from the Harry Rice YouTube Discord, from the oldest to the most recent, and the same for the Sim League, from the oldest to the most recent. So, our first question comes in with Clifford. Clifford Reynolds, who's a beloved subscriber on this channel. He asks, if you can go to any point in history, what would it be? Now, I don't know, actually, because you can go literally anywhere. I'm assuming it's not just, oh, well, you know, it has to be an important part of history. If I'm being honest, I'd probably want to go back to like 2007, 2008 when I was 5 or 6. I feel like I had a lot of fun in those days as a little kid. And now, of course, this is if you could go back for like a day or something. You know what? I'm actually gonna say I'd go back to 2011. I'd go back to 2011 when I was 9 years old and making YouTube content. I would want to go back and just relive a day in 2011, Harry's life. Take a look at the really small game collection I had. Take a look around our old house, which was maybe my favorite house that we've lived in. And just take that one day and just really enjoy it. Now, if we're talking about going back and living in that life, like if I were my current age, 21 years old, and I go back and live my life in another time, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna go to fucking 1984. And I just realized I put myself when Stranger Things starts, which, oh god, I could technically be a Stranger Things OC now. But no, I'd probably want to go back to like the mid-80s, maybe late 80s. Despite how homophobic and still somewhat racist times were, it'd be fun to go back and live through those days. I feel like it would be really fun. And I'd be able to enjoy at least 2 Canadians Cups if I go to 84. I'd get to enjoy 86 and 93. Assuming everything else stays the same. The only thing is that I'm in that time period, which then again, if I'm in that time period, then technically I am messing things up, so whatever. If nobody acts like I'm there and I just live my life naturally, then yeah, I'd probably want to go back to like 1984, 85, around there. So, to live 84 just for a day, 2011. 2 vastly different time periods. Alright, next up, we've got Sons. I have to sleep with one NHLer, Cole Coffey, and then he gives me options. No. Brad Marchand, Austin Matthews, and Connor McDavid. Naturally, Brad Marchand, whose name starts with a B, gets the A, and Austin Matthews, whose name starts with an A, gets the B option. Naturally. I have to sleep with one. So Marshawn, out of the question. I like Marshawn, but not enough to sleep with the motherfucker. Austin Matthews is a Toronto Maple Leaf. And at the same time, McDavid would be really boring, but the motherfucker makes like $13 million a year. There's got to be some type of secret safe. So assuming it's in their house, I'll go with Connor McDavid. I'll sleep with him and then rob the motherfucker right after. So we're thinking big brain, boys. We're thinking big brain. I'll sleep with Connor McDavid, technically. And then I forgot this question was in here. What a follow-up. Sons then asks, where were you during 9/11? In my dad's balls. Oliver asks, which NHL season would I like to relive again? Now, I'm just going to go overall season and not just straight up seasons that I've seen, because there's been like 7. But which NHL season would I want to relive? I don't even know, because like you can go back to so many different years. 2002, I think it was 2001, 2002. Jose Theodore's incredible season. Saku Koivu's cancer diagnosis, getting to see him come back live probably on TV. You can go to 93, 80, 86. You can go to 70s, 60s, 50s. The decades of Canadians' dominance and nobody else winning cups, it feels like. You can go back a lot. If I am being honest, I would probably want to go back to one of the teams from the 70s. Get to see Guy Lafleur, Steve Shutt, just some incredible Montreal Canadiens teams. I was going to say George Vezina, no. And it wasn't Jacques Plante yet. It wasn't Patrick Roy. I'm trying to think who the goal leader in the 70s was. I can't think of it properly right now. But I'd probably want to go back to one of those 70s teams to see the Canadiens complete and utter dominance of the NHL like they did for the first 7 years of its existence. But yeah, I'd go back to one of those years during the 70s, personally, probably. Alright, Enzi asks, might be a little bit too late. Nope. The only time you're too late is after December 18th. If you're asking a question, that is when you are late. Might be a little bit too late, but if you could live the life of any player in the NHL, who would it be and why? Now, are we talking current NHL or just overall NHL? Because if we're talking currently in the NHL, I'm going to go Connor McDavid, just because I might hate the motherfucker, but if it means I have the skills of Connor McDavid, but I'm just me. I turn to Connor McDavid. I have the skills of McDavid, but I'm myself. The only thing I gain is his IQ, deking, and all that. Connor McDavid, because the motherfucker gets paid. So I'd fucking love to be getting paid $13 million to do fancy moves and nothing else, and not win in the playoffs. However, if we're talking all time NHLers, I'm going to go John Scott, honestly, actually. If I could live the life of any player in the NHL, from when they joined the NHL, I'd want to be John Scott. I'd want to be that big fucking badass 6'8", I think he was. 6'8" enforcer who can throw the body, he can hit, he can drop the gloves. I'd want to be a guy like John Scott if I were in the NHL personally. I'd want to be an enforcer or a grinder, something like that. So I'd probably want to go back and live John Scott. Now I know it might be oh, why John Scott? Why not Rob Ray or Ty Domi or anything? The All-Star, and also he became a Montreal Canadian. The most famous enforcer that I can think of that was on the Canadiens was Chris Nyland. So I love Nyland, but just I wouldn't want to also be on the Boston Bruins. And as far as I know, John Scott was never on the Boston Bruins, so that's fine by me. He was in San Jose though for a while, which yeah, but you take what you get. So I'd want to live John Scott's life, probably. And then, oh god, okay, so we're going over to the hockey Discord now, and we've got Odell asking 2 questions. It's not getting cut out, by the way, the recording of the thing that's going up on YouTube. But he asks, firstly, is Dolly Parton hot? Yes. Why is Shinedown a bad artist? Well, because they're very generic rock music. They're very lazy. They sound a lot like other rock bands that are more successful. They sound to me a little bit like Nickelback. They sound very much like they're trying to go for a sort of metal vibe while also trying to be very hard rock. And they come off as very cringy as a result. I think Bully is a really horrible song. I think a lot of Shinedown's music has not aged well. Second Chance is very funny to listen to. Devour is like the only Shinedown song that I even tolerate, let alone like actually enjoy. Devour is actually fairly decent, but yeah, Shinedown is just a bad artist because it's just a bad band because it's fucking Shinedown. Like, I ask most people on the street, they think, I ask them, hey, what do you think of Shinedown? They're like, they fucking suck. Why? What other opinion did you expect? So yeah, Shinedown is just bad. Sons asks, what would I do for a Habs Cup? Blow everybody. I'm trying to get to the next comment. Fuck. No, seriously. What would I do for a Habs Cup? Sons. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Aside from like killing myself or just dying. Like I'd want to be able to see the Habs Cup. So yeah, and then not anything involving like my hearing or my vision. I'd want to be able to like fucking see and hear the Stanley Cup being won. I want to be able to throw my arms around. Nothing involving like bodily harm to myself or others, hopefully. But I would do a lot for a Habs Stanley Cup. I would do a lot. John Speed asks, favorite menu item at McDonald's? Chicken nuggets. I love a good meal of a 20-pack chicken McNuggets, large fry. Occasionally, I'll get a fucking milkshake or a soda. More often than not, we have soda here, so I sometimes will just get a milkshake. Not all the time I get a drink, but most of the time it is a milkshake. But yeah, chicken McNuggets are fucking delicious. If you guys wonder why I'm so fat, chicken McNuggets is the thing to blame. So yeah, chicken McNuggets, John. Next up, Sons with another question. New nickname, Stefan Digs In. I like that. Alright, High Quality, the LA Kings GM asks, would I rather have feet hands or hand feet? So would I rather have feet for hands or hands for feet? Now, if I have hands for feet, that means I can walk on all fours like a dog, which would be really funny. But if I have feet for hands... Now, I'm assuming that my feet stay the same and my hands stay the same depending on which option I pick. Fuck, that would be very weird, because if I have feet for hands, I'd have to, like, try and, like, grip my mouse, and, like, scrolling would be a disaster. I'd have to, like, move my entire fucking arm, or I guess leg, technically, if I wanted to do anything. Whereas if I have hand feet, like, okay, my balance is going to be probably off, and I'm going to have to walk around on all fours. But it doesn't hamper me as much, and if anything, it actually probably makes me better to be able to, like, use my now hand feet to control my wheel if I want. I could probably do more, honestly, if I had hand feet. So I'm going to go with hand feet instead of feet hands, because I think feet hands would be more detrimental to my everyday life. I think, again, hand feet, I think it's fine compensating with having to walk around on all fours. If it means just mostly everything else stays the exact same. So I'll go with hand feet. All right, Odelsky, and I apologize, you can't really see this one super well, but he asks, you can see it pretty okay. If I reach 10k subs on YouTube, will I listen and rank every MGK song on a tier list? And yes, I have to give an honest review. You know what? Fuck it. If we hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, I know we're getting close to 1,000, and the first 1,000 is usually the toughest. If we get to 1,000, and I give you guys permission to clip what I'm about to say, seriously, if we hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, I will tier list rank every single Machine Gun Kelly song and give my honest review. And that includes, like, what I can find on Wikipedia. So, like, his, I think, 5 albums, I think it is at this point. His 3 rap, 2 pop punk albums, and then probably going back to rap, because I'm pretty sure he's done with punk pop because he's a fucking poser with a choker and a guitar. But, whatever it is. But yeah, I will do that at 10,000 subscribers. I will do that. I will rank every MGK song if we get to 10,000 subs by the end of 2025, which gives us 2 years to do it. Why did I agree to that? And then High Quality, oh fuck me. High Quality asks, if you reach 15,000 subscribers on YouTube, will I listen and rank every Hobo Johnson song on a tier list? Yes, you gotta give an honest review. You know what? I give you guys permission to clip what I'm about to say. If we reach 15,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, I will listen and rank every Hobo Johnson song on a tier list. 100%, I will do that. I don't want to listen to any more fucking Homo Johnson, but goddamn it, I'll do it. I'll listen to Hobo Johnson and I'll rank every goddamn song if it's on a tier list, like I'll do with MGK. Maybe we'll do it live for MGK and we'll do a video for Hobo Johnson. Actually, that sounds really bad. I don't want to turn to Brad Taste in Music. Not that I like Brad Taste in Music. It's I don't want to like copy his style because I know he's very against MGK. But I don't know. Maybe I have to find a way to fucking tolerate it. So maybe I'll do a live stream. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Fuck, I forgot the... Okay. Logan, the New York Islanders GM asks, would you let Haley Steinfeld peg you? You get me drunk enough, I'd let Haley Steinfeld do a lot of things, and pegging me is probably one of those. High quality. This is not high quality. This is Suns again. The Pittsburgh GM asks, dick size, honest answer only. I can't give an answer I've never measured, but it's pretty damn big. Josito... Depends on what standard you're going by. It can be pretty big, can be pretty small, can be very average. I'm going to leave you guys to decide which you think is which. Josito asks, if I were to visit Mexico, where would I go besides Mexico City? Panama City. Sons asks, would I rather get pegged by Boogie or get pegged by Gorlock the Destroyer? That a dude from the, I think that chick from the, I think it's that girl. I think it's from the At Anywhere, whatever podcast it is. She's really big. She's really fucking ugly and fat. She's got like pink hair. You guys have seen the memes. God, on one end, I become probably a lol cow if I let Boogie peg me. Even if I make money off of it, by then making videos about it. On the other hand, I get humiliation by getting destroyed by Gorlock. There's no good answer here. There's really no good answer here. But you know what? I'm gonna go Boogie. I mean, we saw how fucking he got owned by Wings of Redemption. This dude is not hard. So he'd probably be like go in slightly and it's like, okay, you know, that's done. We're done. So it's like, I'd rather get pegged. Plus, he probably can't see his own cock anyway, so he doesn't know how to use it, which means he wouldn't know how to use a strap-on. So I'm going to go Boogie. Because it probably hurts less. It feels better if there's even a good feeling to be had by getting pegged by Boogie. But, no, seriously. It probably hurts less, feels better, and also it probably would lead to some notability for me. So, again, no good answer here, but I'll go Boogie because it'll probably be over faster. Would it be considered a hate crime to blow itching powder on someone with no limbs? Now, you are making them suffer, so I believe it would be considered battery and or assault. I'm assuming more so battery, because you are harming someone with the intent to do so, so I believe it would be battery for sure. A hate crime, I think, would depend on their skin color more so. I think it would depend if they're white, black, or whatever. If you're a black man doing it to a white man with no limbs, there could be an argument made. If you're a white person doing it to a black person, I think there could be an argument made. I think it more so depends on how badly you want to hurt the person as well. But if you're just doing it to be funny, I'm going to say no, it's not a hate crime, but it is a battery and or assault, and you probably would go to jail or at least get arrested as a result. All right, we've got a trade. To the Oilers, Cole Caulfield. I'm not accepting. Moving on. Harry, do you think the Seattle Seahawks will win the Stanley? Okay, we'll go back. To Edmonton, Cole Caulfield. To the Montreal Canadiens, Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid, Mario Lemieux, a 2077 first-round pick. Montreal wins the cup, so guaranteed. Toronto gets future considerations. Pittsburgh gets Brock Boeser and Donald Trump. To the Canucks, it's Sidney Crosby at 100% retention. And the USA gets a small loan of $1 million. So this trade is basically Connor McDavid for Cole Caulfield, Austin Matthews for nothing, Mario Lemieux, assumingly a Vancouver 2077 first. So Mario Lemieux for Donald Trump, let's just say. Brock Boeser for Sidney Crosby, and then nothing for the 2077 first. And the US just gets a small loan of $1 million, I'm assuming, from the Canadiens for winning a Stanley Cup. If it does mean Montreal gets a Stanley Cup, it's not saying when, though. It's not saying they win the 2024 Cup, assuming this trade takes place this year. It's not saying they win one next year or the year after or in the next decade. All it says is that, Montreal does win another Stanley Cup. It's not assuming with this team. I'm assuming, you can assume it is, but I'm going to say no deal. I'm not getting rid of Cole Caulfield, even if it guarantees a cup throughout the next, say, 100 years. I want to be alive to see that motherfucking Stanley Cup. If you can guarantee that cup is this, well, technically next year, 2024, but this season, then yes, I would take that deal. But I wouldn't if it only guarantees that we win a cup in the next 100 years, because we're going to do that anyways. So I would accept in certain circumstances, not accept in others. Pittsburgh, again, the Sons of Liberty saying, Harry, do you think the Seattle Seahawks will win the Stanley Cup this year? No, you dumbass. It's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course. Who else would win the Stanley Cup? Does the Harry Bussy stank? Yes, it does indeed stank very much. All right, finish the line. God fucking damn it, Sons. Editing Harry, I hope you're ready. Everybody wants to...
Fuck the 15-year-old!
Thank you, Sons, for the you meme. Anyone who doesn't get that, if I didn't put the clip in, if I forgot to, that's from the Netflix show You. Jenna Ortega's on it. That's been a meme in the Sim League, so yeah. Montreal. The Montreal GM asks, will the Canadiens ever win another Stanley Cup? Yes, of course, absolutely. Like, the current team and futures that we have, I think, are definitely good enough to win the Cup. I think you combine some of the currents, like Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Yaroslav Kirby Dach, Alex Newhook. On the blue line, you got Arbor Jacki. Technically, he's in Laval right now. But Caden Gooley, you combine some of these guys. In net, I think Monty could be a decent backup for a Cup-winning team. And then you look at some of the futures. Joshua Waugh, Philip Mazar, Owen Beck. I still think Jan Mysak could end up being a decent fourth liner. We'll see. I hope he can be. We'll find out. But I still have hope in him. Logan Mailloux, David Reinbacher, Lane Hudson on defense. You have Jacob Fowler, who I think is going to be an amazing goaltender in the National Hockey League, as a potential starting goalie for a Cup-winning team. You have these guys, I think, that absolutely can contribute to the future. And I know there's been a lot of Canadiens fans that say, oh, we need one more superstar. No, we don't. You need a balanced, even lineup. Does a superstar help? Yeah, maybe. Could a top 6 forward potentially push your team to a Cup status? Yeah, maybe it could. Do I think the Canadiens have a legitimate top 6? Yes, absolutely. You look at Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Yuri Slafkovsky. That is the future first line for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't care what anybody says. That is a fucking incredible first line in 5 years. That is one of the top 5 best top lines in the National Hockey League in 5 years, in my opinion. Kirby Dach and Alex Newhook on the second line with potentially a Joshua Waugh, a Raphael Harvey-Pinard, who I didn't even mention him. Maybe someone you sign in free agency, potentially. Maybe a Nylander. I don't think you'd pay a guy $11 million for him to play second line minutes, but then again, who knows? Maybe that's where he best fits on the team. And then you look at the depth again. Philip Mazar, Owen Beck, potentially Joshua Waugh, Jesse Ullinen if he's still on the team, potentially Raphael Harvey-Pinard. These are guys that are going to be stuck. Xavier Simoneau, I feel no Habs fans. Oh, what about Xavier Simoneau? I'll mention him. These are guys that are going to be stuck, quote unquote, in the bottom 6, middle 6. And I genuinely think Philip Mazar could push for a second-line spot at points during his career. I genuinely think he could be that with the Canadiens. And then the blue line, of course, Hudson, Reinbacher, Mailloux, Gooley, Barron, Harris, Jacki, Konyushkov right now is looking like he could end up being a decent NHLer. If he comes over to North America, of course. That's a damn good blue line, especially if you have Jacki as a 6th defenseman on your left side with either Barron or Harris. I still think either of those guys are expendable. If you want to move those guys, have, say, a David Savard in 3-4 years at 36, 37, maybe probably more as a 7th D, but still have him on the team. Mike Matheson, you still have him. Potentially in 3 to 4 years, you can move Jacki. I think he plays right side as well. You have guys that can absolutely move around. You have probably one of the best future decors. And again, Jacob Fowler, you have Sam Montembeault, you have Caden Gooley, Caden Primo, Caden Gooley's multi-potentialed, multi-aread now. No, the fucking Quentin Miller, you have Jacob Dobesh, who I still think can end up being a decent NHLer. You have Evgeny Volholkin, who looks like he might end up being decent if he comes to North America as well. You have these guys here who look really solid, and you have a great future core. I think any Canadiens fans who say that we can't win a cup in the next decade is extremely delusional And I don't think they're a real Habs fan. I think if you're a Canadiens fan, you have to acknowledge the immense amount of potential this team has in the future. I like how I'm saying this, and the last game before the Christmas break, we're probably getting blown out like 9-0 somehow. I don't know how, but we somehow probably are. No. Oh god, I think the Blackhawks game is last game. Oh, please no. God, please no. Oh god, I really don't want that to be. Oh fuck, please no. But yeah. And the only way I'll take a blowout 9-0 against the Hawks is if Bedard gets like 8-9 points. If this goes out on the 24th, and Bedard had 8-9 points in that game, people are going to look at this video and think, wow, Harry really recorded that video really quickly. This is being recorded on the 18th of December, boys. You guys can't see on my phone, but, can I, like, yeah, you guys sort of see December 18th. I'm recording this on December 18th. But yeah, no, I think Montreal 100% gets another Stanley Cup. With the current core and the future core, I think we have a Stanley Cup in the next 10 years. Easily. Without a doubt, we should. 10 to 15 years for sure. We have another Stanley Cup, I think. Big Mac asks, are you single and ready to mingle? I am very much single and ready to mingle. I am down to fuck. Odell. Seriously though, yeah, no, I'm single and ready to mingle, absolutely. Why do you think I'm on like 18 different fucking dating apps? Odell asks, will you ever do a sleep stream? I would love to. If there's ever a time, again, where like my parents leave me alone in the house for over 24 hours. That sounded like a threat more than anything. But if they ever leave me alone overnight, or I get my own place or anything like that, I would love to do a sleep stream. I would genuinely love to. Depends if people are willing to donate to try and wake me up, though. That's the thing is, sleep streams usually work best when it's like people are willing to donate and like play loud music or just ear rape stuff and try to wake you up or whatever. Or like, Alexa, Alexa, order me. I saw some recently. Alexa, order an iPhone 15 or whatever the funny clip was. So like there's definitely potential for me to do a sleep stream. I think I do have to wait until I get at least over 1,000 subscribers, because I feel like at that point then the subscribers kind of not necessarily flood in, but it's a lot easier to get views and subscribers when your videos are being recommended more once you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So I think there's a point where, yes, I definitely want to do a sleep stream. It's just not necessarily, it's a matter of both when and, not necessarily how big we are, but how not devoted even is the right word, but how the fan base has developed. And again, how many people are willing to shell out, a couple dollars to play some funny ear rape or some funny loud music to wake me up. It also depends if I'm able to get Streamlabs on my phone, for example, to have that activate. Because what I would do is I'd probably put it like right next to my head and let that play, as opposed to my speakers. Because I can't risk blowing out my speakers. These are literally the only goddamn speakers I have right now. So I want to do a sleep stream. I would love to. It'd be really funny. It's just a matter of, again, when, if I'm left alone, and what the fan base is like at that point. So, yeah. Do you like your steak fertilized? I don't eat steak, so I can't say whether I do or don't, but I feel like I would, because I feel like it's more organic, but I don't know. I'm gonna say yes, but I won't know until I try. Fazio asks, Harry, after like 2 years, do you still prefer coal over coal? Of course, dude. If you think coal is better than coal, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. I will still hold that belief. If you think coal is better than coal, you're dumb. Clearly, coal is better than coal. Like, come on. There's no way you can think coal is better than coal, given what coal has done over the past few years. And you look at the other coal, you look at coal, and it's like, okay. So, yes, I obviously still think that coal is coal over coal, 100%. Pat, how dark do you like your meat? And then, of course, he has to put the eggplant emoji as if it wasn't obvious. Pat, I like my meat very light. I like my meat very light. I like it as white as you can get. Preferably the size of my arm as well. So, yeah, I don't like dark meat. And then I think this is the last question. I don't think it is, actually. Kill 2 and keep 1. So I can only keep 1, and I have to kill 2 of these guys. Carey Price, Cole Caulfield, and Arbor Jackeye. So now we are in an interesting situation where you got a forward, a defenseman, and a goaltender. Now, God, kill 2 and keep 1. This is tough. this is a fucking tough one because I love Cole Caulfield. Arbor Jacki is the homie. And Carey Price is the fucking god for Canadians goaltending. God, kill 2, keep 1. If we're on an island and it's like there's like zombies or something on this island and we have to survive them. Unfortunately, immediately I do have to kill Cole Caulfield because he's very small. Even though he is agile, I'm big, and I feel like Cole would just abandon me at the first chance he gets. Because, hey, I'm fast, you're slow, I'm getting the fuck out of here, I'm doing what I can to survive. Now, Price and Jacki. Now, Jacki would probably be able to fight the zombies. Literally fight them himself. Carey Price doesn't have good knees, unfortunately, because of the injuries that he's taken over the years. Jacki is still... But again, it comes back to Cole Caulfield is fast. He's fast and he's nimble, but I can't jump on his back because I'm like 300 pounds and he can probably only carry like 250, maybe 220. And it depends how fast he can run as well with a giant fat dude on his back. So unfortunately, I'm going to kill Cole Caulfield. And unfortunately, I got to kill Carey Price. I know, like, ideally it'd be like, okay, well, just kill me because I'm slow, you can survive. But, like, that's not how it works. I got to kill 2 of these guys and keep 1. I'm going to kill Cole Caulfield and Carey Price. And keep Arbor Jacki for a zombie apocalypse on an island type deal. Because I think Jacki... But then again, you have to think, because Carey Price probably seems like a creative dude. He's a goaltender. He seems like he knows how to build and shit. So, like, he's got guns as well. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm reverting. Killing Cole Caulfield and Arbor Jacki, and I'm keeping Carey Price. Dude's got fucking guns. So, like... I'm killing Price. I'm killing Caulfield and Jacki. I'm sorry, boys. I'm keeping Carey Price. Kelly Price, yes. No, we are keeping Carey Price for the zombie apocalypse. Oakley asks, can we kill WWE and why is CM Punk back? Oakley, no, we can't kill WWE because they've got to kill AEW for taking all the WWE rejects and not realizing that they're not good. Except Chris Jericho, he probably just went over it because... Hey, fuck it, new promotion, new chances. And why is CM Punk back? CM Punk is back because he wants money. He's not there to make friends, he's there to make money, which is completely commendable. I would probably do the same exact thing. But Punk is back to draw in viewers and to make money for both himself and the company, so yeah. Then we've got Boyer asking, does the gamer word count as hate speech? It depends on the context to use it in my opinion. If you're using it with the A... and you're saying it like, hey, what's up, gamer word? I don't think that's hate speech if you're doing the ER, no matter what context. I think, unless you're reading like Huckleberry Finn or like historically referencing the word, then I don't think it's hate speech. Any other context, I think ER is. If you're using the A to like call out, hey, that's a gamer word or whatever, definitely that's hate speech. Again, I think if you're just saying it as in a hey gamer word, what's up type of deal, I don't think it's hate speech. So I think the context really depends on if it's hate speech or not, in my opinion. Son's asking, if you were in Corey Perry's position, would you have done it? 100% I would have. Absolutely. And then, okay, High Quality coming in with the question, can you rank these teams from most to least likable based on IRL, not the Sim League? So we've got the Maple Leafs, the Senators, the Lightning, the Hurricanes, the Oilers, the Golden Knights, the Stars, the Devils, the Avs, the Rangers, and the Islanders. Holy shit. So IRL, not the Sim League. If you guys saw my favorite NHL teams, you guys will know how I personally feel about these teams. I feel like in terms of the most likable, if I were to rank these teams like straight up as they were listed, the Maple Leafs would be near the bottom of the least likable. Right along there with the Ottawa Senators. Their fan base is complete cancer. I think they flip-flop all the time. The Lightning are down. God, it's fucking tough. Because you got to keep in mind, you're putting the least likable teams in the league in Vegas, Edmonton, Carolina, Tampa Bay, and the Senators and the Maple Leafs all in that fucking category. So I think it's easier to start with the most and go down to the least likable. Most likable to me is the Islanders. I think they're a very fun team. They're a very likable team. Yeah, even though they let go of Barry Trotz. Then I'm going to go with the New Jersey Devils. Despite some of their fan base being complete cancer, looking at you, Brat Pack. I think they're a very tolerable team. They're very fun to watch. I'll go with Jersey right at, sorry, not Jersey. I'll go Jersey, then Jersey. No. I'll go with the Avs right after they got Jonathan Drouin. I think everybody has to like the Avs because of Jonathan Drouin. But yeah, no. The Avs, very fun team to watch as well. Then I'll go the Rangers. I think the Rangers are all right. I think they're off to a hot start. They've got veterans Jonathan Quick. They got Jonathan Quick, who is pretty fucking cool. I'll go with the Stars right after you kind of get into more mediocre territory. I can kind of say whatever I want, and you guys can only see my mouth moving. You guys can't guarantee what I'm saying. Cox. But yeah, no, I'll go with the Stars next. A very mid team, very much a fraud contender, but they're okay. I mean, they got Jamie Benn, so they're bordering on unlikable, but then again, Jamie Benn doesn't do anything in the playoffs, so yeah. God, now of the least likable teams. Fuck it, I gotta go the Oilers. They're garbage this year. I mean, they've got Draisaitl. At the same time, they got fucking Evander Kane and Connor McDavid, so they're really unlikable, but I'll rank them around there, that unlikable, sort of bordering mediocre. And fuck it, I'll lump the Ottawa Senators right there as well, despite a lot of their fan base being complete shitheads, and constantly thinking of the team as a cup contender when they're a constant rebuilder, if anything. They've been complete trash for the last 5, 6, 7, 25 years, so, like, I can't really, like, hate on them and say, oh, well, they've had success, because the most success they've had is, what, Stanley Cup Finals, one goal away from another Stanley Cup Final. That's the closest they gotten to even tasting anything relative to success and victory. So the Sens I'll put there. Oh, God. You know what? I'll put the Maple Leafs, because my best friend's a Leafs fan. I don't want to put them down completely below. I'll put the Maple Leafs, though, because a lot of their fan base are very egotistical. Austin Matthews is a knob. I'm not a fan of the Maple Leafs personally, again, aside from my best friend being a Leafs fan. But yeah, Maple Leafs I'll put there, kind of unlikable. And fuck it, the Golden Knights, why not? I've sort of started to not necessarily grow again on the Golden Knights, but just more so just I've gone from incessant hate to just meh. You know, I completely get why people hate them. I'm personally not one of those guys anymore. However, I am definitely in the camp of just they didn't deserve the cup. It was a fraud cup because they didn't go through anybody legitimately impressive. The closest they got was the Florida Panthers, and they just ran out of steam, very much like the 21 Canadians did. So yeah, I'm gonna put the Golden Knights there. And then, you know what? Hurricanes and Lightning are last. I think Lightning with Vasi's oversized pads, with the $18 million over the cap, Kucherov being a complete fuckhead. Or sorry, Dmitry Kucherov being a complete fuckhead to Canadians fans because they're actually passionate, unlike the fans at the Library Arena. Yeah, I think Lightning fans are some of the worst in the National Hockey League. I don't think I've ran into a single good Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I'm trying to actually think about viewers who might be Lightning fans. If there are any, they haven't come by in a while, or I don't associate them as fans of the Lightning. So I apologize if you are a frequent viewer of the channel and you're a Lightning fan. But if anything, that's good, because it means I think you're still good. I just don't associate you with the Lightning. And the Hurricanes are the Hurricanes. They're egotistical. Their Twitter guy is fucking horrible. Probably the worst social media game in the league. Yeah, I think the Hurricanes are incredibly unlikable, and I think the fact that they're falling off is absolutely hilarious, and I think it couldn't be done to a better bunch of fuckheads. Okay, and then Logan coming in asking, worst Simley Goner, Nicky or Lucas? Now this is in reference to the Montreal GM, not the former Anaheim Ducks GM. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with Nicky, I think, because Lucas inherited a very good Montreal team. He made some additions to them. Yeah, they were out in the first round last year. I think they're out in the second round this year. By the pattern, they should be out in the conference finals this year in the Sim League. However, in 2.0, he was starting to build a very good, I believe it was Phoenix he was the GM of, starting to build a good Phoenix team, looking like they could have a good future. Nicky, meanwhile, I don't remember how much success he's even had in the league. I feel like the closest he's gotten is the second round, and that's after like 7 years of GMing. Lucas, the current Montreal GM, at least makes some decent moves once in a while. He at least makes an effort to be a contender and to push his team forward. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to go with Nikki being the worst of the two Sim League owners. And Big Mac says thoughts on Josh Giddey. Reference roughly 15 minutes ago when I finished the quote. And then Logan again, worst GM in the league, and why is it the Devils GM? That's tough because Atlanta Odelski is pretty good. There's a genuine argument to be made for the Boston GM because he hasn't done a goddamn thing in a couple seasons. He barely does his re-signings. He's very fine with just being bottom of the league, complete trash, not being competitive whatsoever. Buffalo Mad Mike at least has turned Dallas into a pretty good team. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the worst sim league. Colorado might be a contender if we're going off free agent signings exclusively, because some of his signings are a little bit iffy. Paul Byron, cough cough. Again, I'm trying to think right now. Edmonton, yes and no. I think they've been very stagnant recently. Not necessarily trying to move the needle, I think. Obviously, the Florida Panthers GM, obviously the worst in the league, obviously. God, and I don't even know. Nashville, New Jersey, Islanders, Rangers. The Devils could have a case, but I think they're starting to turn it around. You know what? I'm going to go and say Boston. I'm going to say Boston, very stagnant GM, even if the Jersey DGM might trade off guys that are looking promising for third-round picks. He's at least making moves. He's at least attempting to improve his team to some degree. Mark McLaughlin, Jason Robertson, these guys. Boston has nothing. They've traded out draft picks. They have next to nothing. They're letting guys go for nothing. Yeah, I'm going to say the worst team in the league is probably Boston. And then, of course, Luca, favorite Londonite of all time, Corey Perry, obviously. Logan Mayo is quickly climbing that list, though. And then Oakley says, Mark Mathot, and then asks, will I finally get to trade for Erik Karlsson now that he's making too much money in his 30? Oakley, probably not, because Erik Karlsson was not a London Knight, yet he is still on the Ottawa Senators, weirdly enough. But I'm going to say probably give it 2-3 years, and yeah, you'll probably be able to get Erik Karlsson more than likely. What is the craziest trade in HHL history? From the two leagues, asks High Quality. You know what? I'm going to be completely honest and say I don't remember, honestly. If I actually don't know, I'm actually going to look up right now because there's a good chance. I honestly think it's potentially I think there's a chance it's the Sidney Crosby trade from 2.0. Sidney Crosby for 2 firsts, 3 prospects, and whatever. I think Panarin for a second is up there because that second overall pick became Trevor Zegras, I think. I think that's very notable. God, I don't know. It might be that Sidney Crosby trade. That trade for the pick that became Sidney Crosby, I should say, from 2.0. If we're going off 1.0, I feel like it has to be a trade for first overall. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of a trade that shook the core of the HRH. Oh, the Ovechkin trade. The plenty of Ovechkin trades, because there's been at least 2 or 3 of them. There's been 2. Yeah, so when he was first traded to the Rangers for 6 first-round picks, and then when he was traded to the Canadiens for 2 firsts, a second, and Jordan Eberle. I'm going to say the Ovechkin trades for 1.0 and the Crosby trade for 2.0. It sucks that we never did get to go back to 2.0, but maybe eventually we'll get back there. Nikki asked question, why Harry so angry? So I forget when this was asked, but I know there's context here. I was very angry one night in VC. Why Harry so angry? Because I've got anger issues. Do you think Michelle Obama is a guy? For the memes, yes, that'd be very funny. Seriously though, no, probably not, unfortunately. And then of course, Michelle Obama's Chode asks, what is your estimate of Michelle Obama's dick size? About 2 inches too small. So in other words, probably 3 inches. Or, no. I don't know what I meant by that. Does male Michelle Obama have a gat? No, she does not. Odelski. And then the final question from Fagio. The final question that we've got tonight, after about 44 minutes, 45 minutes of recording. We've got Kiss, Marry, Kill, Mark Scheifele, Michael Pizzetta, and the Ottawa Senators. Now, of course, I will kiss Mark Scheifele, marry Michael Pizzetta, and kill the Ottawa Senators, because who the fuck likes the Ottawa Senators? Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, I'm fine with marrying a Montreal Canadian, even if it is... Genuinely, I've grown on Michael Pizzetta a little bit over this year. When he's been playing, I've noticed he's actually been half decent. So I'll go with, again, marrying Michael Pizzetta, kissing Mark Scheifele, and killing the Ottawa Senators. I'm putting everybody out of their misery with that one, so... yeah. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite channel includes... again, on everything which includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. My name is Horizon. Subscribe to join the Puff Club, the Hatred Club, Sub Hub, D Nation. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for my comments on streams and reviews. It's much greatly appreciated. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harry. Links to the description, the PO Box, PayPal, Discord, the stream account, the Twitch, and the Discord. The stream are all down there as well. Thank you again for watching. My name is Horizon. I'm already out. I just remember no matter how bad we were last year, how good we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harris again, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. 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 Bye.